What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about something that I think is a very important skill to have when you switch over from rattle cans to HVLP, and we're talking about Clearcoat. More specifically, how to successfully spray 2K clear. And there are a wide variety of products. Today I'm also going to be shooting Clearcoat over a Lumiluster, and we're going to be clearing in this chrome mask. This is a commission of the AT Aliens dubstep or electronic music group based out of Atlanta. Let's get into it. How to shoot clear 101 with Off Earth. So here we have our masks. Nice and beautiful, shiny Lumiluster. And first and foremost, before we even get to clear coating, we need to talk about surface prep. Chrome tends to leave a dust layer after it's sprayed, and you need to wipe it down, wipe it off. I like to use microfiber towels. I get these in a multi-pack from Harbor Freight, and you're literally just going to polish the surface with this. I've already done it, so I don't need to. And alternatively, you can use a tack rag or tack cloth. I'll show you one of those to remove any dust, but you can also spray just air out of your HVLP gun at your substrate to knock any dust off. So just to demonstrate for you, we have our piece. You're just gonna buff it. Go around and make sure you get every surface with your microfiber towel. Preferably you would wear your nitrile gloves at this stage too, because you don't want to transfer oils from your fingers to the chrome because that can smudge it. And once you've knocked all that dust off and you have a nice mirrory finish, the Duragold is my preferred brand of tack cloth. They call it a superior tack cloth. I really like this brand. It's got this weird kind of sticky-ish kind of surface to it, but it does really well at removing dust if you're having trouble getting it off, especially using microfiber towel, because sometimes that'll just transfer dust back over onto your parts. So these are amazing. Link will be in the description below. Once you have your part cleaned up, dusted off, tacked off, then we can set it up and start mixing our clear. I showed off a bunch of different clear coats at the beginning of the video, but today we are going to use the Transtar 6571. It is a low VOC urethane clear coat, and it has a bunch of different hardeners that you can purchase to go along with it. I like the slow 75 to 90 degree. This will kick off and be dry to the touch in about 4 hours, where most other 2K clears that I've used need anywhere between 12 and 24 hours. I don't have an oven to bake this off, so this is my clear coat of choice. We're also going to need a mixing cup, stir sticks, because this stuff is mixed 4-to-1, 4-part clear, 1-part hardener. I like these graduated mixing cups from TCP Global. You can get these on Amazon. Link will be in the description because they show you the units of measurement. So 4-part, which will be your clear. And you just match these numbers up. 1, 1, 1. We don't have to worry about the last one because we're not reducing this or adding anything else to it. So 4-to-1, 4-part clear, 1-part hardener. So you'll pour your clear to the number 1 line here, and then your hardener to the number 1 line here. Then you can mix that up, or, you know, however much you need, 2-to-2, 3-to-3, 4-to-4. But this specific clear coat is a 4-to-1 mix ratio. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And it's so much easier to do when you have a cup like this. Lastly, we are going to be spraying it through our Iwata LPH 80. This is the 1.2. So it's the LPH 80-124G. This is the 1.2 model. I just really like this gun. It's a pricey gun if you're looking for one, but I find that this gun is very kind of foolproof once you get the technique down. I rarely, if at all, have any runs when I use this gun with the setup, and we'll go over the PSI that we spray at and everything like that. This is my go-to gun. I love this gun. It's amazing. It's like 450 bucks.
What did he say?
So, like I said, not cheap. And we want to take care of this because it yields amazing results. So let me explain the technique here. Technique is everything when you want to spray clear coat successfully. I like to start by spraying at the bottom or edges of the piece. Again, this is the tack coat, so no need to go heavy. Once you've targeted the edges, you can begin to feather in your clear. Make sure you get full coverage and saturate the entire part, okay? I like to do a 50% overlap. So basically, you want to follow your last pass of clear by spraying halfway up from the point where the last pass began. It can be difficult to spot and will be something that, you know, comes more naturally the more you practice at it. That is coat number one. We're gonna do 2 coats. That's what we like to call a tack coat. So while I'm spraying, I'm only giving about 45% trigger pull. I'm not doing a full depression of the trigger because I don't want to just blast these parts with clear. So this is after the first round of clear, and we're going to let this flash for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to come back in and do full 100% trigger depression, full coverage over these parts. But you'll see the full process, and I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to round 2. This is the second round. This is when I am going full trigger depression, making sure that I am wetting out this entire piece. The tack coat should help with any sagging that may happen or drips or droops. But as long as you keep that gun moving, you should be fine. Don't worry about it. Well, now that our spray equipment has been cleaned out, we can come over here and visually inspect these masks and see that we don't have any runs in any critical places. And that's due to the tack coat and not going so heavy and crazy with the first round or the tack coat. That's why I also go across the edges first. So if anything does sag, it'll collect usually around the edge, and that's easy to buff out of there. But what you don't want to do is go crazy heavy with your first coat. You want to spray that tack coat down, allow it about 10 minutes to flash, and then you can come back in with your wet coat. So last but not least, let's talk about practice. Practice is going to be the key to your success in spraying 2K clear, period. No matter how many videos you watch, how many tutorials, how many questions you ask, if you're not actually putting this stuff into practice, learning your equipment, the do's and don'ts, making sure your stuff's clean, because cleanliness with the spray guns is absolutely critical, especially in the clear coat stage. Because if you have little pieces of clear stuck inside your cup or in the frame of the gun body itself, when you're spraying, those little flecks will come out and they'll land on your piece. You might think, oh, I have dust in the air or something like that, but 9 times out of 10, it's not dust. It's that you didn't properly clean your equipment. I love speed shapes. Speed shapes are amazing. They're inexpensive. These are made out of ABS. You can buy them from most automotive suppliers. I'll leave some links in the description below for the ones that I picked up. Custom paints. This is white, you probably can't see. It's got like this embossed wording logo on here, which is really good. And these surfaces are smooth and they have these overhangs on them, so they help you learn how to judge how to spray, you know, your overlap, your 50% overlap and things like that. Because when you're actually getting into props are a whole different animal. Helmets, chest plates, everything's different. It has all this different geometry on it that's really hard to judge. So I think that using these is essential to getting the fundamentals down and committing it to muscle memory so you can be a better painter. Yeah, I think that's all. So if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. drop a like, comment, share. And if you have any more questions or paint stuff you guys would like to see, also leave that in the comment section below, because I do read the comments and I would love to know what other things you guys are interested in learning about prop making, specifically on the painting side. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Just get out there. Just get out there. Paint something cool. Play with paints. It's awesome. I'm trying to hypnotize you. Is it working?